us who we are, whether recognizing loved ones, recalling past joys, or just remembering how to walk and talk and fry an egg. Memory is the chain that connects our past to our present. If it breaks, we're left untethered, incapable of leaving the present moment and unable to embrace the future.
Remember when there were no MP3s but CDs? Didn't care about germs, no concern of disease. Street lights came on, we high-fived and we leave. Back in the days it wasn't so hard to believe that I would wake up as the Black Power Ranger, never scared of danger. Snapping my fingers to the beat of my drum, became addicted to fun. We would fight with our hands, never needed a gun. We would gladly chill in the house, play mom and daddy. The greatest feeling was when nobody could ever tag me. So happy, not being the last to be chosen, to run to the candy lady to buy us a Frozen. We was just kids up to no good. Remember the first time you watched Boys in the Hood? Rat tail in the back while my barber faced me. Do you remember when? Yes, no, maybe.
When you would hear a song you like and you felt like it was about your life. Remember when you would write a letter to your girlfriend and she would read it to all of her girlfriends. Remember staying up all night, talking on the phone. Remember skipping class with your homeboys.
Yeah.
Remember G.I.
Hey yo, I wrote this shit up all day. A long stay in the hallway. Harking back to an era of the tape play. Hitting on the track well, on the Maxell. With the spitting the beginning of a rap tale. Elastic scoop the Luke shine vividly. In due time, produce rhyme synergy. And for the longest caught the blinking of the torment. Till England of performance, still thinking of his dormant. And so it be, who hold close and kept dear, were left there, won't know folks by next year. For ties cut, invest shares, perplex peers, rise up, inflect fear, for hex sneers. The rest cheer, know we did it for a purpose. Poem of a kid who never did scratch surface. Until we own it, respect the craft for proponents. Cause it ain't over till the song.
Remember what? You would hear a song you like and you felt like it was about your life. Remember when you would write a letter to your girlfriend and she would read it to all of her girlfriends. Remember staying up all night, talking on the phone. Remember skipping class with your homeboys. Remember G.I. Joe.
I used to play Mortal Kombat with Matthew. I swore he used to cheat. I swear I could never beat him. Low sound with jawbreakers, I swear I could never eat him. Baddest chick in the school, I swear I could never meet her. Until I wrote her a letter telling her I'm a singer. Me and Terrence would draw pictures of sneakers. Me and Ashley used to be in the class singing. I wrote my first rap in the back of the class thinking, I'm feeling it, yeah. Feel alive, did you get feeling alive? If you feel it, raise your L in the sky. I remember selling my mixtape in high school. They was really kinda supportive at my school. I was selling cassette tapes for $5. I was making my own beats, I was beatboxing.
Brown, brown sugar, that brown, brown, eight. 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 Brown, brown sugar, that brown, brown, eight.
What's going on, everybody? This Tuesday, September 22nd, year 2020. The numbers have just come out, and we're going to go through them for Palm Beach County first. So we're going to do Palm Beach County today. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we're going to do Broward. And then on Thursday, we'll do Miami-Dade. So these next 3 days, we're pretty much going to be geeked out. We're going to dissect some of these numbers and go through them. Every month, the sales numbers come out, and I want to make sure that we're on the cusp, we're on the cutting edge of understanding this data and what's going on in the marketplace. because, man, things are really weird. My name, again, is, if you don't know, I'm Barry Cunningham. I'm a real estate investor here in South Florida, also a burgeoning real estate investor looking to do deals in the opportunity zone. So, without further ado, let's jump into the numbers. So the numbers, as we all expect, look fantastic. I mean, the market couldn't be hotter for single family homes. Some of the condos aren't pushing as hard, kind of sluggish, probably because there's an overbuilt, glutted at this point. And if you can get a house, who wouldn't prefer a house? But the numbers look good. So let's, without further ado, take a look at some of these numbers. And so what do we see here right off the bat? South Florida condo market still sluggish, but single family home sales heat up. This is from the South Florida Business Journal. South Florida Business Journal, pretty much stays ahead of the game in terms of data on some of this stuff. So I like to go there as a source. As you can see, this article is only 3 hours ago, so it came out at 2:30 today. Let me blow it up so you can see some of this in here. All right, so as we go through here, what we're seeing that it goes with single family homes in the Tri-County area, surged 16.3% sales for 4,800 sales compared to about the same a month ago. So I don't know if it's really surging now, but it's more than last year. Median sales price increased 13% to $411. Single family homes grew 8.8% statewide, while the median sales climbed 13.2 to 300. So we're down here in South Florida. So let's jump in and talk about what's going on in our market. In South Florida, the condo sales decline. Throughout the entire state, condo sales decline. But this was what's interesting. The Florida Realtor said the strongest volume growth statewide was in the 600 and up market for both single family homes and condos. $600,000 plus is the hottest market right now. Wow. But let's see if that holds true. The fact that upper tier properties are leading the resurgence of the housing market at this early stage shouldn't be a surprise. In most recessions, the stock market is one of the first things to recover, and that's certainly been a trend this time, just as it was during the greatest recession. Stockholders have recovered a substantial amount of asset wealth that they lost during the drop earlier this year. So, if you've been following along with some of the economic news, it's expected that the GDP is going to jump 32% in the third quarter. Not 2, not 3, not 3.2, 32%. 32% GDP jump means there's a heck of a lot of people making money. A lot. And they're spending it on deals in real estate. And that disparity is probably going to hurt some people because the lower end of the spectrum, it is what it is. In real estate, money talks. And we're seeing it happen right now. So as we go further in here, we're going to skip down to Palm Beach and look at some of the stuff here. Single family homes jumped 15.8% to 1,814 sales, with the median sales price increasing 12.5% to basically $400,000 is the median sale price. According to this inventory, active listings fell 32%. So the supply of inventory at the current sales price was down to 3 months. That's a seller's market. Now, understand, I have been speaking to you a lot about what's called the absorption rate. The absorption rate says based upon the current inventory, that based on sales volume, when you divide that out, it says that there's only 3 months of inventory on the market. Remember what I've been saying, and we're going to touch on that. Right now, there's only 3 months of inventory in the market. So sellers are absolutely commanding the price that they want. Be careful. If you're a seller, jump in, sell as fast as you can. I've been telling you that. If you're a buyer, beware. Buyer beware. So, Supply of inventory at the current sales pace increased to 5.2 months. That's for the townhouses, and that's also a seller's market as well. So what's fueling all this? Well, they're saying that the 2020 trend of low interest rates and low inventory, current low inventory, is igniting the value of Palm Beach County homes. It's a great time to list as buyers are eager to take advantage of these record low rates. So when I look at this, to me, it's nothing more than Pavlovian classic conditioning. People are seeing the frenzy going on. Sellers are putting their houses up. Buyers can't believe the mortgage rates right now. They're jumping in because they see the market taking off. And again, if you plan on living in a house for some period of time, then this probably is a great time to buy. But we already know, and the Fed has told us they are going to keep interest rates low for probably the next year and a half, 2 years. So there's no real urgency other than missing the deal on a specific house that you want. But I'm telling you, it is not the time to buy when everybody's sky high. That's not when you buy. I've said this many times, and this comes to mind. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. Right now, people are greedy. You have to listen to people like Warren Buffett. You know, the other old saying by, I think it was Rockefeller, is the time to buy is when blood is running in the street. Right now, everything's good. Things are great. So you want to pull back if you're a buyer, especially if you've got cash and you've got, or good credit and you've got a mortgage rate you can lock in. There's a reason why people like Warren Buffett can say these things. Be fearful when others are greedy. Right now, there's a lot of greed out there. Everyone's trying to cash in. So this isn't the market as a buyer that you really, really, really want to jump into. You want to be buying when people are jumping off the rooftops going, oh my God, what do I do? And that might be indeed what's coming. But if you're a seller, go. Push the gas pedal down and run with it. I don't think you're going to see a better time to sell your property than right now, at least for the foreseeable future. The market's smoking hot. It's definitely a buyer's market. There's only 3 months of inventory here in Palm Beach County, and I don't think you're going to want to wait. So get your property in order. Get it ready to sell at the best price you possibly can. And then, boom, pull the trigger and get it out of your hand. Be done with it. Take advantage of the greed that's going on right now where people are psychologically motivated to basically jump into a deal. Go. Sell that property. Realtors, you got something on the market, push it. Be aggressive. Buyers are out there in a frenzy trying to buy these properties. So let's go through the numbers deeper when we get back.
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market. Your source.
So these are the numbers I'm about to show you are directly from the Florida Board of Realtors with actual data for the county. So listen, if you're looking for a deal and you'd like to talk to me and partner with me on a deal, please go ahead. Feel free to give me a call. So let's look at this. Here are the statistics for, as you can see, single family homes. I don't really jump much into condos for Palm Beach County for last month. And let's see, make sure my head doesn't cover up all this stuff. Okay, so from here you can see that We're going to go through some of these statistics, and some of them you can just download this document and see for yourself. 1,800 sales closed in August this year, almost 16% higher than last year. I like this number. Almost 18.7% of the sales, are actually closed sales were cash. I love that. Median sale price is $399. Average sale price $650. That's a huge number. Look at the difference. 27% jump from last year this time. $1.2 billion in property were sold. Median percent of original contract, 96%. Median time to contract, 35 sales. Remember, those numbers can be finagled by a good realtor who knows what they're doing. So don't really look into that. But what you do see down here is that 3.0, meaning it is a seller's market. And it has dropped precipitously. Minus 30% in 1 year. So let's go here, and here's a year to date. You can see that obviously earlier in the year we were stuck in the lockdown. Now we're back in business. May was an anomaly, but now things are really starting to cook. Last month in July, the last record we had 1,900 sales. This month we had 1,800. So something to take a look at. So we're going to go down here and look at the number of closed sales during the month in which buyers paid cash. So August and July, we had a strong number of cash buyers in the market, much more than any of the other months previously, except for March. So we're still getting a lot of influx of people with money. And here, this one is cash sales as a percentage of closed sales. 29% of the sales that closed in August were cash. 29%. That's huge. Absolutely huge. It's been 30 and higher, but I think we're going to see it go up, and up. Going quickly here, this is going to be the median sale price. $399. Pretty much for the last few months, we're seeing here that August, July, and June, we're up there. Right now, August and July, pretty much the same, unchanged. And average sale price, and this is some weird stuff between median and average, but we're seeing some strong numbers in this market. I don't really care about the sales volume. This thing here, percentage of list price, ignore it. Doesn't mean anything because the listing can change over time, and depending on what the final listing is, it could look like 95%. We're buying houses a lot below 95% of list price. So understand that if a property is on the market today, it goes off the market, the seller lowers their price, and then it sells quickly. It's going to look like different than what it really is. You have to be able to understand how to read the MLS. Same thing with time to contract. You need to understand that if a house is listed in January and it doesn't have any sales, and then all of a sudden the listing expires, and then another listing comes on in March, and then it goes to contract in 10 days, it's going to look as though that property went to contract in 10 days, and it doesn't count that it was actually for sale since January. Be wary of these kind of numbers. They are easy to manipulate. This one here, median time to sale, again, same thing. But you can really get the raw data. When you're looking at it, tell your realtor to give you a snapshot of the listing history of the property for the last 90 days. And you're going to be able to see, you'll be able to dig in there and see what exactly is the average time it took for a property to go from listing to sale. It's really important that you dig into that, because it's one of those data points that I demand to know. I need to know how quick in a market. It's one of my most important data points I look when I'm looking at farming in a market is DOM, days on market. I need to know which properties, which subdivisions are moving the fastest. Even in a seller's market, I need to know what's moving, because once I see what's moving, I can get in there, do some deals or try to do some deals and just basically surf the market. Understand that if you see that there's a subdivision where the houses in the market are moving at 15 days, and you can verify that, and you dig in and you say, wow, these houses are moving in 15 days if they're priced correctly. Well, get in there and see if you can't find a property or two that you can put under contract, and you're going to be able to sell those deals really quick. I mean, that's just a money-making opportunity that you shouldn't miss. That's huge. Write that down. All right, so we're going to move down here to active listings. And active listings, again, is a way you determine whether you're in a buyer's or seller's market, depending on the sales. It looks like, it doesn't look like it is. We've got the lowest amount of inventory on the market in the last year. Look at that. It dropped from 6,000 down to 4,200. It just keeps going down. Look at the last 4 months, May, June, July, August. Less inventory. It's going down, which causes the price to go up. So if you're putting a chart together on your own and you're trying to see, when's a good time to buy, chart that. See, right now you're looking at this, inventory's going down. And just like a stock chart, as that's going down, it is going to turn and begin going back up. And that's where you want to be. Boom, 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 boom. And then as it turns and inventory starts going up, that point is when you're going to make a ton of money. Just keep watching. Be prudent. Take your time. I know a lot of people are just want to get running, but that number is going to change. And I'm thinking it's going to change very soon. Probably November, we're going to start seeing an uptick in inventory. Be very careful for that. So supply of inventory right now, as you can see, is 3.0. It is the lowest point since last August. It has just continually dropped. Think to yourself why that is. Why is there so little inventory in the market right now? Exactly. Because people understand that for the last couple of months they got not out of the Northeast. The cash buyers jumped in. You have to realize that there was a exodus from the Northeast. People from New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, Massachusetts had to get out of there. It was crazy. And they've come down. They were buying cash sight unseen. And we're seeing the benefit of what happened in the market today. So let's continue. And now this is a good one. This is this closed sales by price. And as the other article showed, the highest price was, basically 400 to 600,000. That's huge. That means the highest price stuff is moving. When I say higher price, we're not talking $1 million properties, but 400 to 600,000. That's a sweet spot. Start looking at that. So here's your task. You ready? You're going to look for what has closed in under 30 days in a subdivision. You're going to look at houses between 400 and 600, maybe even 300 to 600, and put that as your second criteria. So I want to find houses that closed in under 30 days for the price of 300 to 600. You got that? I want 3 bedrooms or 2 baths. I want to check the square footage. You can see the average of that. And then start looking at what's available in those subdivisions for that price. Then go out and look at the houses that are, number one, currently being sold, and look at the ones that currently aren't listed. Start sending letters out to these people. They may not even know what they're sitting on. They may be absentee owners. Look for the ones that have the any sort of appearance as though they're not being kept up. That's where you're going to find some deals, but watch them. I wouldn't even pull the trigger right now because everybody's out there looking. I mean, everybody. So look at these properties, find out what's moving. As I mentioned, if we want to look at the days on market, don't take these charts, dig in, have your realtor, if you have one, pull that listing information for you so you know exactly the days to market. DOM, days on market. Again, you want to pull the information and make sure that the listing price is a true listing price and that it was the listing price according to the most recent listing. And then compare that to what they listed it for. Like right now, it's going to, especially on something that's moving in under 30 days, it may be in the 90 percentile. But just keep understanding those numbers. And you can look at all this other stuff. This doesn't really, something I need, but here's one of the sections I like to look at. It's a monthly distressed market information. And it tells you how many foreclosures, short sales, things of that nature. So what we're looking at here is that in August of 2019, we had 40 foreclosures and closed sales, and we have 23 this time. It's dropped a lot, 42%. Short sales were 10 in the market in August of 2019, and there are 6 in the market. But you have to understand why that is. This is one of these data points that a lot of people gloss over, that I look at and go, man, it's coming. You won't believe the cornucopia, the bounty you're about to see in the next 6 to 12 months. You got to be patient. And you know what the other thing is? I have to make sure I say this. A lot of people think I'm being a naysayer. No, anything but. I love real estate. I love that people are making money. My entire perspective isn't from that of a home seller or traditional buyer. I am talking to you from that perspective of a real estate investor. Like I said, I am a real estate investor. I look to invest to what? Make a profit. I'm not looking to move in. So I have to look at charts like this. I have to see what these charts mean and look at this data and figure out what's going on. That's what I do. So if you're watching this and it comes to you and says, Barry really is down on the real estate market. No, not at all. I just know my business and yours, if you're an investor, is to make sure you understand the signals. Make sure that you understand the data. Understand what's going on so you know that when you strike, you're doing the right thing and you're making money. And so what I'm trying to advise you, this isn't a get rich quick scheme. And maybe that's why it freaks some people out, because they're looking, how can I flip a house and make $100,000? No, this is a business. And so you need to chart where your business is going. And you need to understand the current data relative to where data is in the future. And I'm telling you, as an investor, you're about to strike gold. If you can hold on, make some money now doing whatever you need to do, and understand that when it's time to pull the trigger. Right now, everyone's frothing at the mouth. They're happy. Their buttons are busting. They're doing fantastic because they're greedy. But when that greed turns to fear, that's when we jump in. You see, let them boast about right now. Oh, it's the best market ever. Listen to the realtors. Watch them all smile. Shake their hand. Congratulate them under their voluminous closing. Congratulate sellers on what's going on. But begin charting this information. Begin charting the people who are buying in late September, October, and November. Who are buying at the peak of the market. They're being greedy. They think they're getting a great deal. I mean, I can't say this enough. Just remember that. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. It's a very simple tenet. You just have to be able to understand the mantra and work accordingly. Be ready. It's going to happen. We know it's going to happen. People who look at data know it's going to happen. And then when it happens, we are going to have our way in this tri-county market in South Florida. I guarantee you, I've been through it before. That's why I even started doing this again. These are all the same signals. Ask every financial person that you know what's about to happen. Don't ask a realtor. They don't see it. They don't understand. To them, this is Christmas in September. It was Christmas in August. They are trying to make that 6% as often and as many times as possible, and God bless them. But you, as an investor, need to be getting your ducks in a row. It's coming. And just let me remind you, this came out from South Florida Business Journal just a couple weeks ago. Just a couple weeks ago. September 4th. Today is the 22nd. It's like yesterday that nobody can remember or want to remember. More than 33,000 homeowners in South Florida have fallen behind on their FHA mortgage. We're not even talking about the rest of them. 33,000. Are you getting that? That's market data is the data that they're using. This is the data that you need to be using. You see, nobody's talking about this 33,000 homeowners who are going to be in some stage of foreclosure. You have to keep that in the back of your mind. It's not going away. This is one of the most unrealistic times in financial markets that I've ever seen. Think about what's going on. I mean, just think about it to yourself. Nobody is talking about the monster in the closet. Nobody. It's like the monster doesn't exist. Everything is fine. The COVID, nothing happened. We're still alive. We're making money. Real estate's going up. It's the hottest market ever. What about the monster under the bed? Why aren't you talking about the monster under the bed? This is one big friggin' huge monster. 33,000 homeowners in South Florida are behind in their mortgage. 33,000. And down here, it talks about which ones are which. And it says that Palm Beach County has 7,500. Broward, 12,000. Miami-Dade, 13,000. And it's only going to go up. It would be expected that these delinquency percentages will increase over time. This is expected to be placed on the market by owners under stress conditions and then enter the market. Are you not understanding what I'm saying? Watch for the monster. Don't be fearful. Understand that monster. Understand the monster is going to break loose on December 31st, 2020. I'm all for people making as much money as they possibly can right now. Right now. Remember that seller's market of inventory was based on it's dropping because there's such low current inventory. Current. What the hell do you think is going to happen when there's this much inventory on the market? It's going to collapse, which is a great thing because, as I've said 3 or 4 times, wait till you see the news. Wait till you see December 31st, depending on what Trump does. And all these foreclosures are released. The Kraken. We've released the Kraken. And now all of a sudden, potentially tens of thousands of properties hit the market. Not tens and 20s, tens and thousands hit the market. Remember, if just 10% of those people get in the position where they have to sell, that's 3,300 properties. 20%, we're talking 6,000 plus. Boom, all at once. And the economists are warning us. They're saying here, it would be expected that the delinquency is going to increase over time. And at some point, a significant percentage of the delinquent loans would be expected to be placed on the market by owners under distressed conditions and become foreclosures and then enter the market. It's not an if. I'm going to close every one of these shows tomorrow with Broward and Miami-Dade as well, with you guys understanding this. It's great right now. The market is fantastic if you're a seller. But we're in the business of making. We're not looking to move into a house. We already have our houses. What we're looking to do is make some money. And if you just listen to, not me, there's people with a lot more intelligence who have taught me what to look for. There's guys who've made gazillions who have shown me what I need to look for. And those guys tell me right now, while everyone's greedy, getting as much as they possibly can, 97, 98, 99% of a listing price, realtors make a 6% commission in 10 days. Everybody is greed. Greed is good. Until it isn't. Until you're the one sitting, or rather standing with no chair when the music stops. That's when it gets fun for guys like me. That's when we come out and go, hey, listen, we understand there's this dragon, this monster that's attacking the market. We're going to help keep him away and do something for you. Let's do a deal. In the meantime, look what you do some flipping. We're looking at doing some opportunity zone stuff, but understand, don't lose sight of where the puck is headed. The old saying by Wayne Gretzky, don't skate to where the puck is now. Skate to where the puck is going to be. Understand the opportunity that's coming. It's even better that nobody's talking about it. It's even better that people on CNBC and the Orlando Sentinel and the Miami Herald and the Fort Lauderdale Sun Sentinel, that nobody wants to talk about this. It's absolutely fantastic. They will never see the iceberg ahead. It's going to be too late. I don't see any realtors talking about it. You actually have to dig deep to find these kind of stories. It's almost like they're being suppressed. But it's coming. The only reason why we have this market is because we've had a 10-month or 7-month moratorium on foreclosure. It has kept the bad guys away. It's put a dividing moat around the real estate market. Only the good stuff gets to be seen right now. No bad stuff. Nothing sour. It's all good. But I'm telling you, and I'm not telling you, you can see the data. The right is going to come to an abrupt halt, and people are going to just absolutely lose it. But don't wait. Be ready. Be ready. And you could make when this hits, you could make 7 figures in that period of time. It's going to be that profitable. I've seen it. I've been through it. I've made the money. I know what's coming. Or you can sit back and just think this is the greatest time ever and pay top of market prices and hope for the best. That's not making money in real estate. That's buying a house to live in. Making money in real estate is understanding that when others are being greedy, to back off. When others are being greedy, congratulate them, smile at them, let them know, hey, you guys did great. You did awesome. But wait till that turns and they start freaking. That's where the fun comes in. All right, tomorrow we're going to hit, what did I say, Broward County. And we'll look at probably similar numbers today. Yay, it's doing great. Just understand what's going on. Talk to you tomorrow.
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market.